Hello, my name is Bempah and I study international business in Amsterdam. Today I get the opportunity to actually speak about budgeting. But before we speak about budgeting, I really want you to actually draw your mind closer to how God himself even planned before he actually created this world. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 27, the Bible reads that God made the wild animals according to their kinds, the livestock according to their kinds, and all creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and all over the creatures that move along the ground. You see, even God, having this supernatural power, actually thought about what? Having a plan and a purpose for these people, these animals that he created. So he actually brought human beings to rule over them. As we actually created by God's image, you have a false image of yourself if you don't plan before you actually do something that you're actually going to plan in your life. Budgeting is just a fancy word that is actually, that explains how you keep the money that comes in, the money that goes out. You just keep track of every money that actually comes in your account. Budgeting is something that we really need to take a very good look at. Because if your life, you have a very false image of yourself, then you live in ignorance. We really need to take a look at God, how he actually works. In budgeting, there's so many things that you actually need to look at because money is our resource. Money enables human beings. As we don't have supernatural powers, we have money to be able to control how we really want to live our lives. According to Forbes, 79% of Americans feel like more money will make them feel happier in their life. But look at this. If 79% of Americans think about this, then how about the whole world? It's not actually your salary that makes you rich. It's your spending habits. You really need to take a look at how you really control your money. You utilize your money, the money that comes in. Sometimes we all have things that we need to do in our life. Maybe we need to pay rent. We need to actually Maybe you really want to eat. Some people are think so much about a particular thing that they want to do. But because they don't really plan, they feel like so much money or abundance of money, is going to make them feel happier. But that's not the case. It's actually how you utilize the one that you have. Budgeting is actually telling your money where it has to go rather than wondering where it actually went. The money was right in your pocket, but how can you actually even wonder where the money went? It actually came into your account, but because you really didn't think about where it needs to go, what is so important for you to actually focus on and get it right, you actually wondering where did the money go. The point I want to give you to you today is that, a wise man looks ahead of the things that are so much important in his life to be able to care for them. If you're not actually faithful in the little money that you earn right now, you cannot be faithful in when you actually get a very good job. As students, we all believe that now we're not actually earning more. But then if you're actually very serious and faithful in the little that you earn now, I promise you that you can actually be faithful when you have a very good job after your graduation. Sometimes we don't really think about this, but if you're able to have this mindset of see now you can actually control your family now as a student. Thinking about a man who has 2 kids and a wife to care for them. If you're a student who have this mindset now, even though that you're single and you have no kids, and you're able to think about how you can actually control your money right now, you'll be very good when you actually have many kids. When you have your wife for yourself, you can actually care for them. Everybody really wants to take good care of their parents as well. There's one thing I really want to draw your mind towards, that since your money, it's not your salary that makes you rich, but it's your spending habits. Take a look at good athletes that were actually very famous. Through their career, they earned a lot of money. But even there's some people that we hear bad news about them, that even when after their career, they had troubles with how they are gonna control their finances. Why? Because during their career they didn't look ahead. They never looked ahead. Look at God. God himself literally look ahead of what is actually going to be happening to these birds. Who is actually going to control them? So he created human being. As you're a human being now, if you don't really have this good image of yourself and imitating your creator, then wow, your life itself is not going to have a very good plan. You know, you really need to think about how your life is really designed to be. You know, there's one thing that we normally don't really take care of. You know, as students, when you don't plan your money, you know what is going to come? There's going to be trouble at your door. Debt. You might be what? Asking for friends, how can I get this money? But because before the debt, if you're not able to control your finances, how can you pay the debt now? Even the Bible encourages us that we need to pay our debts as well. It's something that we really need to take, we really need to think about, that debt is not something that we should crave for. We really need to pay all our debts. You know, in closing, I really want to give you one challenge. That planning is a very good thing, since that we are created in the image of God. God himself is a very good planner. He used visions to be able to what? To help human beings know how their life is supposed to move. You know, if you're somebody who doesn't really take the mindset of budgeting your money, please take a very good look at this. You know, your life is planned to be in a way that God wants it to be. I really want to give you a challenge. You know, study how God has designed your life to be. Study how God really wants you to live or carry your life out with your family, yourself, and even people around you as well. And to God be all the glory.